Hey, what's up guys? Steve here, and today we're going to take a look at the 25 highest selling 1988 through 1994 basketball cards from the PWCC weekly auction that ended on September 10th. And we'll kick today's list off at number 25 with this 1988 Fleer John Stockton rookie, card number 115. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for $37.20. This rookie is a Papa 3,463 in a PSA 8 with 6,482 copies graded higher, including a much smaller population of 990 in a PSA 10. Up next at number 24 is this 1993 Fleer Living Legends Larry Bird, card number 2. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for $40.80. This Larry Bird is a Papa 40 in a PSA 8, 22 in a PSA 9, compared to a population of only 4 in a PSA 10. Coming in at number 23 is this 1989 Fleer Michael Jordan, card number 21. This was a PSA 9 and it sold for $52.80. This Jordan is now a pop of 10,100 in a PSA 9 compared to 1,139 in a PSA 10. Up next at number 22 is this 1988 Fleer Michael Jordan All-Star, card number 120. This was a BGS 6.5 and it sold for $55.20. Up next at number 21 is this 1994 Fleer Michael Jordan, card number 326. This was a PSA 9 and it sold for $58.80. This Jordan is a pop of 839 in a PSA 9 with 260 copies graded higher in a PSA 10. And kicking off the top 20 of today's list is this 1994 Upper Deck Jordan Rare Air Michael Jordan, card number 1. This was a BGS 9.5 and it sold for $67.20. Up next at number 19 is this 1992 Topps Gold Shaq rookie, card number 362. This was a PSA 9 and it sold for $74.40. While this Topps Gold rookie is a pop of 3,267 in a PSA 9, a PSA 10 has a much smaller population of 754. Up next at number 18 is this 1991 Fleer All-Star Game, card number 233. This was a PSA 10 and it sold for $76.80. This All-Star Game card is a pop of 80 in a PSA 10. We get another Shaq rookie at number 17. This time with his 1992 Stadium Club rookie, card number 247. This was a PSA 10 and it sold for $84 even. Graded over 19,000 times by PSA, this Shaq rookie is a pop of 2,051 in a PSA 10. Up next at number 16 is this 1993 Finest Shaq Refractor, card number 99. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for $98.40. While this second year Shaq Refractor is a pop of 135 in a PSA 8, there are only 82 copies graded higher, including a pop of only 9 in a PSA 10. Coming in at number 15 is this 1989 Hoops Michael Jordan All-Star, card number 21. This was a PSA 10 and it sold for $98.40. This Jordan just hit over 20,000 times being graded by PSA, and a PSA 10 is a pop of 3,808. Coming in at number 14 is this 1988 Fleer Michael Jordan, card number 17. This was a PSA 8, and it also sold for $98.40. This Jordan is a pop of 8,297 in a PSA 8, with 9,170 copies graded higher, including a much smaller population of 612 in a PSA 10. Up next at number 13 is this 1992 Topps Shaq Rookie Auto, card number 362. This was a PSA 9 with a 10 grade for the auto, and it sold for $138. Without an auto, this Shaq Rookie currently goes for around $100 in a PSA 10. Coming in at number 12 is this 1989 Hoops Michael Jordan, card number 200. This was a PSA 10, and it sold for $144. This Jordan is a pop of just over 5,000 in a PSA 10. Up next at number 11 is this 1994 SP Championship Playoff Heroes Michael Jordan. This was an SGC Pristine Gold Label 10, and it sold for $198. I was surprised to see when looking at the population reports of this Jordan, this is actually a pop of 4 in a gold labeled Pristine 10 by SGC. And kicking off the top 10 of today's list is this 1993 Fleer NBA Superstars Michael Jordan, card number 7. This was a PSA 10, and it also sold for just short of $200. This Jordan is a pop of 429 in a PSA 10. Up next at number 9 is this 1988 Fleer Charles Barkley, card number 85. This was a PSA 10, and it sold for $204. Graded close to 2,500 times now by PSA, this Charles Barkley is a pop of 231 in a PSA 10. Coming in at number 8 is this 1990 Fleer Michael Jordan, card number 26. This was a PSA 10, and it sold for $210 even. Now graded close to 52,000 times by PSA, this iconic Jordan is a pop of 6,313 in a PSA 10. Up next at number 7 is this 1993 Stadium Club First Day Issue Michael Jordan, card number 181. This was a PSA 8, and it sold for $216. This First Day Issue Jordan has only been graded 57 times by PSA, and a PSA 8 is a pop of 12, with 36 copies graded higher, including a pop of only 10 in a PSA 10. Coming in at number 6 is this 1991 Fleer Michael Jordan, card number 29. This was a PSA 10, and it sold for $336. Graded close to 12,000 times now by PSA, this Jordan is a pop of 835 in a PSA 10. And before we get to the top 5, I do have 17 bonus cards to share with you guys today. This was another off week for basketball cards, but with the new NBA season less than a month away, I'm expecting to see much better weekly auctions going forward over the next couple of weeks. And we'll kick off the bonus cards with this 1990 Fleer Shawn Kemp Rookie, card number 178. This was a PSA 10, and it sold for $36 even. This rookie just missed today's list and would have been at number 26. Sticking to the same set, up next is this 1990 Fleer Larry Bird, card number 8. This was a PSA 10, and it sold for $31.20. Up next is this 1990 Fleer Scottie Pippen card number 30. This was a PSA 10, and it sold for $28.80. And sticking to the same set, up next is this 1990 Fleer Magic Johnson card number 93. This was also a PSA 10, and it also sold for $28.80. Another Charles Barkley that was up for auction was this 1993 Fleer Living Legends card number 1. This was a PSA 8, and it also sold for $28.80. Headed back to the 1990 Fleer set, we get David Robinson's base card, card number 172. This was a PSA 10, and it sold for $25.20. Up next is this 1994 SP HoloViews Premium Collection Shaq card number PC29. This was a PSA 9, and it sold for $25.20. For another Scottie Pippen, I ran across his rookie card up for auction with his 1988 Fleer rookie card number 20. This was a BGS 7.5, and it sold for $22.80. For another David Robinson, I ran across this 1994 Skybox Emotion Intense card number 9. This card was authenticated by NBA, and it sold for $19.20. For a player we don't see very often on these lists, coming from the same set, was this Glenn Robinson card number 10. This card was also authenticated by NBA, and it sold for $10.80. Like I said in the intro, kind of an off week even for bonus cards. Everything going forward is under $10, and we'll start off with this 1988 Fleer Reggie Miller rookie, card number 57. This was a BGS 6.5, and it sold for $8.40. Up next is this 1994 SP die-cut Penny Hardaway card number D122. This was a PSA 8, and it sold for $8.40. Up next is this 1990 Fleer All-Stars Patrick Ewing card number 12. This was a PSA 9, and it sold for $7.20. For a few rookie cards I found at the bottom of the listings, first up is this 1994 Skybox Premium Grant Hill rookie, card number GH4. This was a PSA 8, and it sold for $7.20. For a second rookie, I ran across this 1994 Topps Jason Kidd rookie, card number 37. This was a BGS 9, and it sold for $7.20. For another player I don't run across too often in these weekly auctions, I found this 1994 Trailblazers Franz Clyde Drexler, card number 11. This was a BGS 8.5, and it also sold for $7.20. And at the absolute bottom of the bargain bin for our last bonus card, I found this 1992 Panini Stickers John Stockton, card number 97. This Panini sticker was authenticated by NBA, and it sold for the minimum of $6. And kicking off the top 5 of today's list is this 1988 Panini Super Sport Michael Jordan, card number 141. This was an SGC 7, and it sold for $348. This card has only been graded 5 times by SGC, and an SGC 7 is a pop of 1 for the highest graded copy. Up next at number 4 is this 1992 Stadium Club Beam Team Members Only Michael Jordan, card number 1. This was a PSA 8 and it sold for just over $400. This Jordan insert is a pop of 391 in a PSA 8 with 421 copies graded higher, including a pop of 67 in a PSA 10. Coming in at number 3 is this 1994 Skybox Emotion Intense Michael Jordan, card number 3. This was an SGC 9.5 and it sold for $432. This Jordan is a pop of 61 in a SGC 9.5 with 27 copies graded higher, including a pop of only 1 in a SGC gold labeled Pristine 10. Up next at number 2 is this 1992 Fleer Michael Jordan Team Leaders, card number 4. This was a PSA 9 and it sold for $480. This card is a pop of 224 in a PSA 9 compared to a much smaller pop of 48 in a PSA 10. And topping off today's list at number 1 is this 1992 Stadium Club Beam Team Members Only Shaq Rookie, card number 21. This was a PSA 9 and it sold for $516. This rookie insert is a pop of 267 in a PSA 9 with 58 copies graded higher in a PSA 10. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.